We should be back up in about a minute.
No required to live.
It's because this was set as a 5:30 and we kicked over to the
not
6,
legally
so
required.
5:30 stopped. Are you good? Let me check. Hold on, I'll check it. Let me check it.
He carved a deep hole.
Send it by car now?
Time?
Yeah.
Town Attorney, would you like to continue?
I will try. I know the Vice Mayor had asked about the substance of item 9.1. I'm happy to try to explain it if I could. I know the Mayor had a couple comments as well. Your code, excuse me, this is in the code, not the town charter. Your code at section 2-36 reads as follows. The Town Commission shall meet for regular meetings on the second Wednesday of each and every month at the hour of 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter as possible. Goes on to say, in the event of a holiday or other special circumstance, Town Commission may, by majority vote, reschedule, cancel, or continue regular meetings of the Town Commission. This commission is required to meet, based on that language, the second Wednesday of the month. As I understand Commissioner Hodgkin's motion, he's looking to cancel any meeting of the Town Commission other than the meetings mandated by your code, which would occur on the second Wednesday of the month.
That's
The next regular meeting would then be on March 11th, which is required by your code.
That's absolutely correct.
There's no other, there's a provision in the code for special meetings, again, but there's no other requirement as relates to workshops or any other regular meetings of the Town Commission.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No.
So, are we finishing this
Roll
special
call.
meeting off?
Yep. All right.
This was already voted.
You've got a motion and a second. You would need a vote on this
Voted
item.
upon.
Need a vote on it.
I second.
You already have, you have a motion and a second, Commissioner. You need to the extent the commission wants to vote, you'd call the question, ask the clerk to take roll.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Yes?
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
No.
Commissioner Mohammed,
No.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette.
Yes.
Motion carries.
So is this effective immediately?
This is effective immediately. We want to thank you all for coming.
Well,
No, first
if
of
I
all-
might,
I have a question.
I have a,
Comments?
So
There's a whole
I have a
lot.
question. When we have, like, we're about to enter hurricane season, we usually have to call special meetings. The mayor normally calls them for declaring the state of emergencies, dealing with all of that stuff. So now, how's this going to work? We're going to have to call the commissioners to get a consensus now versus in a time of emergency?
I believe you still can call an emergency meeting if there's an emergency.
But now it's going to require like
The mayor's the only one who can call an emergency meeting.
if I might.
That's what I'm confused about. Like,
Section,
usually, like, I understand that, you know, we all have our issues, but I'm just looking at it from a procedural standpoint and from a precedent standpoint, and that's what's confusing me. Because when we have our state of emergencies, there are things that are moving like, you know, in a millisecond. So I'm just kind of like, I'm a little confused by this.
Commissioner,
Because that,
Commissioner,
based on
the town
that position
attorney
is tied
would,
to so many things.
Commissioner, the town attorney would like to address that for you.
I can do my best. So we have another couple provisions in my code, in the code, just put on the record. There's a mechanism for a special meeting that can be called by any member of the commission, and your clerk is tasked with determining whether or not a quorum exists. As it relates to emergency meetings of the town commission may be called by the mayor, the town manager, or a majority of the town commission whenever there is a public emergency affecting life, health, property, or the public peace, and whenever practical, upon no less than 12 hours' notice to each commission member in the public, town clerk shall contact the remaining members of the commission to determine whether they're available to attend the emergency meeting at the date and time specified. The emergency meeting shall be scheduled and properly noticed. In the event the number of commissioners available for the emergency meeting will constitute a quorum. With regards to special meetings, for the record, Any commission member may call for a special meeting of the town commission on the date and time specified by the requesting commissioner. Town clerk shall contact the remaining commissioners to determine whether they are available to attend the special meeting at the date and time specified. Special meeting shall be scheduled and properly noticed. In the event the number of commissioners available for the special meeting will constitute a quorum. To the extent the commission sought to adjourn, if I could just implore you to consider one other item, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mayor, Commission. You do have another item of timely importance on your agenda tonight as it relates to redistricting. I certainly understand some of the friction on the dais at the moment, but we do have somewhat of a time-sensitive legal issue I just want to bring to the commission's attention as it relates to item 7.2. Again, I would certainly defer to the commission to the extent you wanted to proceed with that item, but I would ask as a matter of law that you give that some consideration this evening.
I believe that we're going to postpone everything till the 10th, I believe, on the regular meeting.
The
11th?
I would only just, state for the record as it relates to districts. Your charter requires, first of all, let me go back. You have an election in March of 2027. Right? Every seat, every member of the commission is up for election. Your charter requires that you reside in the town for 12 months prior to the date of election. So at least for 12 months prior to the date of the March election, any candidate, any member of the commission must be a town resident. You've got an item before you this evening which will establish commission districts for your town. We've had a conversation. We know it's a long overdue discussion. Again, I would just, suggest to the extent that 12 months prior to the election, the commission would entertain on second reading an ordinance to provide for those districts. This is an opportunity to do that should the commission want to move forward.
So, we have a choice on these two maps, right?
I mean, if the commission wants to consider item 7.2, I'd read it into the record. You do have your consultant from FAU here this evening. He can speak to the changes that were made to the maps that were adopted on first reading at your last meeting.
Mr. Chairman?
Town Attorney, I believe after 9.1 and where it was approved, I know that there's some pending things. But the fact that that was approved, I believe that we will not have other meeting.
I can only give you my best advice.
I understand.
Can I state a couple things on the record? You have 6.1, which is sign variance, which was advertised again. Like, we're spending money for Sun Sentinel for a sign variance to be advertised, public hearing, and it's not fair to the businesses who have a sign company on hold that's holding their deposit to not move forward with their items.
I think we should.
It's not fair to all the residents
only
and
being-
business owners.
It's only being
Put a
held for a
stop
short
to the
period.
governance of the town of Pembroke Park because a couple commissioners and a town manager are up to shenanigans. It's not fair to the business owners
think we should-
and the residents of Pembroke Park that all government is stopping.
I'm gonna ask, could we please cover item 6.1?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, if I could ask for a clarification?
Certainly, go ahead.
Yeah, there's, a motion was passed under 9.1. My impression in reading that was that the intention of the motion was to complete this special meeting agenda that is addressing the items that Commissioner Mohammed is talking about and that the town attorney is talking about, and that the efficacy of 9.1, which has been passed, that the intention was that when the special meeting ends, that's when this mandatory moratorium until March 11th would take effect.
That's not what the chair did.
That's actually what.
Chair ended the meeting after
That's
the
exactly how I intended it, and that's exactly how I mentioned it
Okay.
beforehand.
So I'd ask the chair to move on to 6.1, please.
If I might.
While we are here, can we just finish that special meeting, please?
Let's.
I'm agree with Ashira.
You're the chair.
I don't want to go to 6.1. I'm done with this.
Bill, you want me to run the meeting?
All right, we have commissioner comments. Attorney comments? I'm sorry.
Mr. Chair, is the intent to go back to item 6.1, which is the sign variance that's been advertised this evening? Just want to make sure
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
if I could.
Consideration approval of the sign variance. You want to read that, please?
Commissioner, sure, I'd be happy to. For the record, item 6.1 is the consideration and approval of a sign variance.
Sorry, I missed
Your town planner, Mr. Vondermeulen, is here to present. It's referenced as file number 26 SV01. The applicant is Antonio Acosta of Solutions Electrical Corporation. The address is 2540 Southwest 30th Avenue. Request this evening is for a variance from the sign code to increase the sign height. The application requests a variance from section 2120 relating to the limiting letter height. The item is referenced as Resolution 2026-014, a resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, approving a sign variance application number 26SV01, granting one sign variance for the property located at 2450 Southwest 30th Avenue in Pembroke Park, providing for conflicts, severability, and providing for an effective date. This is a quasi-judicial item, Mayor and Commission. We do have Mr. Von der Meulen and I believe the applicant here this evening. I would just ask if we could swear in anybody who's going to speak to the item, just as a matter of record. That'd be Mr. Von der Meulen. I'm sure he swears and affirms that the testimony he's going to give this evening is the truth and nothing but the truth. The public will have an opportunity to speak at the appropriate time. And with the Chair and Mayor's permission, I would defer to Mr. Von der Meulen to present the item to the Commission.
Is this second reading?
This is a resolution.
Resolution.
Good evening, Mayor and Commission.
I'll make it real easy.
Yep.
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
It's a sign variance. It fits with everything with the town. I don't see an issue with it.
Acting
call.
Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem.
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Mr. Chair, Mayor, Commission, item 7.1, second reading, if I might. For the record, this is a certificate of use application ordinance offered by Mr. Lewis from your building departments, ordinance 26003, an ordinance of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, amending Chapter 15 of the Town's Code of Ordinances entitled Licenses and Business Regulations by specifically amending Article 8 entitled Certificates of Use, amending Section 15175 entitled Certificate of Use Requirements, providing for an application approval process, codification, severability, providing for an effective date. This item is presented on second reading, Mayor Commission. You'll recall when you looked at this item on first reading, there was a brief explanation. Last year, the Commission removed the application process from the local business tax receipts when we eliminated BTRs in the town. As part of that elimination, it also included the elimination of an application process for your local businesses. The item before you this evening will take the application process from the BTR code that was eliminated last year and essentially convert that process to an application for certificates of use. There were a couple changes at first reading as it relates to home-based businesses that we discussed. I know Commissioner Mohammed had promoted. Those changes are incorporated in the item before you. Otherwise, the application on your agenda is the same application that businesses used for your former BTRs. Mr. Lewis is here to speak to the item a little further.
I have 3 modifications when you get a chance.
Sure. Geoffrey Lewis.
Related to?
15-175, there's 3 strikeouts 2 strikeouts I want to do and 1 insert. So if you guys go to page 18 of 30, I can tell you exactly where on section 15-175.
Okay, that has to be on the amendments.
You click on the. I don't have that here.
All right.
Go ahead.
Are you guys ready? Okay. 15-175, F3A, third line. Not sure there'll be any sign identifying the nature of the home business. Well, if you have the real estate or notary, you do have to have that little sign in the window. On the next page, the storage of merchandise on premise, I would like to just add an insert saying up to 25% of the property, because if you're running a t-shirt business, you're going to have to keep a couple of shirts there. If you're doing an eyelash business from your home, you're going to have some eyelashes. Like, you don't expect people to walk in with their eyelashes to get them done. So, those are kind of like, I'm like, well, whatever you're doing, you're going to have something. If you're a seamstress, you're going to have thread at your house or material. So, I would say not to occupy more than 25% of the property. And then in section D, the same thing with the advertising, not for any advertising purposes. Just because, again, you're going to get something, you're going to have a sign somewhere, like in your window if you're a realtor or a notary or something. not saying you need a flashing sign on the outside of your building, but those little window signs that identify you are the door signs that you're required to hold per the DeBeeper for realtors.
Maybe you should get together with Jeffrey and work out your differences and your suggestions, and we'll bring this back.
Well, no, I sent it before. I mean, the other stuff did get modified, but I think those three just got skipped.
Yeah, and we don't have any issue from a legal perspective with what Commissioner Mohammed is suggesting. To the extent the commission was in agreement, the item could be approved as amended this evening without having to come back for further consideration.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah, I
objection.
don't want to pay again for advertising.
all right,
those
great,
three
thank you.
modifications.
All right.
Okay, so can we adopt it as amended?
Yes.
Yes.
And just,
Okay, so do you want me to make the motion?
but,
Yeah.
Want to read it first?
No, make a motion.
Or- Okay. Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-003 with those three modifications.
I second.
and before you vote, if Mr. Chairman, if you just open it up to a public hearing,
I'm sorry?
you need a public hearing on this item. Just
Okay.
if anybody in the public wants to speak to
Just
the
open
item.
it to the public and see if anybody wants to speak and close it.
Anybody from the public? There's nobody? Thank you.
Closing public.
Roll call.
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioner Mohammed. We'll make those revisions in the final version. Item 7.2 is consideration and approval of an ordinance on redistricting. We've talked about this item a number of times. Our consultant from FAU, Mr. Mike Stam, is here. For reference, the item is ordinance 2026-007, an ordinance of the town of Pembroke Park, Florida, providing for the recreation and reestablishment of geographic boundaries for 5 election districts in the town of Pembroke Park in accordance with Section 9 of the town charter, providing for findings and conclusions of the town commission, providing for the implementation of revised election districts to be effective for the elections to be held in the town of Pembroke Park commencing at the general municipal election in March of 2027 and thereafter, providing a form of request to the Supervisor of Elections of Broward County, Florida, to implement the revised plan established pursuant to the redistricting ordinance and to create a functional district consistent with the identification of geographic boundaries for election districts, providing for the attachment of election district maps, charts, street addresses, and graphic descriptions, which shall be attached to and made part of this ordinance Exhibit A, providing for authorization, direction to the town administration to implement the terms, conditions, and provisions of the ordinance, effective for the next ensuing general municipal election of March 2027, or as otherwise provided by law, providing for conflicts, severability, providing for an effective date. Commissioner will recall, at your last meeting, the ordinance was adopted on first reading with the inclusion of alternate 1, which was presented by your FAU consultants. I think there was some direction to make a limited revision to the maps that were included as part of that recommendation. Mr. Stam is here. He can speak a little further as it relates to the changes that were made between first reading and now. And again, we can certainly incorporate any additional comments the commission may have this evening.
Can I speak now or no? Are y'all doing something?
You have Mike Stam at the podium, Commissioner. I'll defer to the chair, but I certainly have no objection.
I believe we already discussed a lot of this previously a couple times. Do we have a consensus which one?
Well, we recommended number 1 last time.
I believe
And
so.
you have made an alternative 1A?
Yes, but there's still one modification that I want to make, so I already discussed it with them, but I just need to make it for the record when we make the motion.
Go
Do we
ahead.
know what that is?
I'm moving 3501 through 3503 Pembroke Park Apartments into District C.
Yeah, I see that. That's the one you call alternative 1A, right, sir?
No. It's alternative 1A moves
Part of
it moves part of E into C, which is the townhouses, Glenwood Court.
Okay.
3501 to 3509, I think it's in the one of the buildings. You cannot separate it in the middle of the building. So I think if you're suggesting that, 3501 to 3509.
Yes, into District C, which is this is Sweeney's Apartments, which is all in C, which is majority in C. So I'm putting it over on that side.
Commissioner, if I could provide some clarification, real quick. So during the last meeting on the 11th, the commission adopted alternate 1 as part of first reading. Based on the conversation here, based on the conversation through previous meetings, there were some questions whether or not any other minor tweaks could be made. My team looked at the map and we made a minor tweak. I think what Commissioner Mohammed is making a motion on, and I'm going to point to it on the map just so it's clear to everybody because addresses can get a little wonky, right? Is on alternate map 1, which is what the commission adopted on first reading, again, understanding that they can make some minor tweaks between first and second reading. Commissioner Mohammed is asking that the area, and Madam Clerk, I'm going to walk to the screen just to point to it for clarity.
Yeah, I see the difference.
This community right here, which is known via the sign on Google Street View as Pembroke Park Apartments at an address of 3509 Southwest 52nd Avenue, would be moving from proposed District D to proposed District C under the premise that it's a compatible property with the property on the west side of 52nd. So the map, if everybody can envision what I'm saying, the green area would cross the street to encompass that one neighborhood. The numbers will not be as good as the numbers are in alternative 1.
But they might change in the future anyway.
But the districts could change in the future. The commission had some discussions about other alternatives down in the future. And the commission controls the map. So this is the recommendation that's being made by Commissioner Mohammed as part of a motion. As I understand it, if this is the motion and the wish of the commission, we can make the change to the map and we can supply it to your team. So based on the effective date in the ordinance.
I can support that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with it.
And Commissioner Mohammed, I just for the record, since I'm the consultant on the job, did I articulate what you articulated to me correctly?
Thank you.
That's it. Sorry, that's just a yes for the record?
He's asking if it's a yes or no.
1A with
My
that.
city hat
I
comes
don't know
on
what
every
he
once in a
asked, but
while.
I just said yes because I don't know what he said.
He's asking if he articulated what you talked
Yes,
about.
he did. Yes, he did.
Are there any other questions for me for the commission?
No, I think that with that modification, it will satisfy everybody.
I would just, again,
You want
Yes.
to take a vote on it and leave it
well,
like
a
that?
couple things. First, to the extent that there's consensus to include the amended map,
Yes.
if that's unanimous consent, then we will include that amended map as part of the ordinance. When it was adopted, I'd ask for two things. First, I'd ask for a motion to adopt the amended ordinance. Then I would also ask, once a motion is second is on the floor, that the matter be opened up to a public hearing. Give your residents, members of the public, an opportunity to speak on the item. Then close public hearing and move forward to call the question.
Jacob, can I make a recommendation? Again, just how the commission's operating, my personal recommendation would be that that Commissioner Mohammed's motion be heard and seconded and adopted. I heard there was a consensus, but for the purposes of articulating this, I think it's important.
I don't have a problem with that.
And then obviously the next steps with the ordinance. And I,
Move amended under Assura's guidance.
I make a motion to approve the amendment to 2026-007 as proposed by Commissioner Mohammed.
I'll second.
And this is on the amendments, not on the ordinance
Yes.
as amended. This is just on the amendment.
On the amendment.
Are we calling a vote on?
On the amendment.
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins.
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Now you would need a motion on the ordinance as amended.
I'd like to have a motion.
To approve.
As
I'll make the motion as amended.
As amended. Yeah.
I second.
Okay.
And before you call the roll, Mr. Chair, I would just ask that it be opened up to a public hearing.
Motion
Anybody from the public?
to amend.
Mr. Roach? Agree with it?
Well, then it's approved.
Motion to
We have approval from Mr. Roach.
Close it.
Okay.
Call the roll, Madam Clerk.
Yep. Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins.
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette.
Yes.
Motion carries.
If I might, just one other comment on redistricting, only because it's pertinent to timing. The commission had previously discussed the possibility of eliminating districts in the town. I'm not offering this as a recommendation, but I just want the commission to be aware for the record that there was an interest in entertaining that option. Timing is an issue. That would require an amendment to your charter. That's something that would need to go on the November ballot. We would need 2 readings of an ordinance, including 1 public hearing. That would have to all occur before May. I just want the commission to be aware of the timing in the event anybody wanted to offer that as a suggestion. That aside, we'll work with your consultants at FAU to finalize the ordinance that was just adopted. Provide that information to the supervisor of elections for inclusion in your maps for the upcoming election in March of 2027. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's all I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Commissioners,
sir. Thank
Mayor,
you.
Vice Mayor, thank you.
You missed. All right, 8 point, old business. Nothing?
New business?
9, new business.
Nothing.
10, attorney comments.
I'd be happy to answer any questions. I have no comment.
11, town manager comments.
No comments.
I guess that's it.
Commissioner comments. Commissioner Mohammed.
Nope.
Clerk Commissioner Morissette.
Nope.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins, no. Vice Mayor Kashim.
She's gone.
She's gone already. All right. Mayor Jacobs.
Yes.
She's fast, isn't she?
Yeah, what she had.
Actions this commission is taking tonight is a disgrace and disrespectful to the voters and residents of Pembroke Park. Unfortunately, business is going to be stopped thanks to the commissioners that sit up here. Remember in March of 2027 at the next election, what's happening up here. I want to be very clear, this is unacceptable. And we're now this commission is unwilling, not myself, is unwilling to do the work of the people. That's why we were elected. We were put here to represent them. But this is personal and very targeted. I do have a question. Any assistants that you guys have are currently suspended for their remote work?
We are not doing remote work.
So your assistant doesn't do any remote work?
Nope.
Okay. Hodgkins, yours?
Not that it's any of your concern, but
Oh, okay. So my assistant's been suspended
the one from
by the
Georgia.
town manager for remote work violation, even though her employment agreement says that she was hired to work remotely. So the town manager took it upon himself to suspend her last Friday. We also have another person here in town that was fired and terminated. Her name was Marisol. You may know her from the Friday letters where Dave Lynch raves about her work in those letters. She refused to control me per the town manager, and so she was terminated, saying she didn't complete her probationary period. But the town manager forgot to read her employment contract that gave 6 months probation. She had passed her 6-month probationary period. That is going to cost us in another lawsuit. So you guys don't realize with the shenanigans that keeping up, this town may not be insurable coming down the road. And you guys are continuing to promote these antics. So, and taking very bad, poor legal advice. A lot of people sitting in prison who took bad legal advice. So just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, you should know.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Announcements, 13.1, regular commission meeting Wednesday, March 11th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Special magistrate hearing Wednesday, March 18th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Workshop commission meeting Wednesday, March 25th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Special events, food giveaway Saturday, February 28th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Food giveaway Saturday, March 21st, 2026 at 9 a.m. Extravaganza, egg extravaganza, Saturday, March 28th, 2026 at 10 a.m.
Well, a cognitive test may be in order. You just suspended all the meetings and then you call dates for meetings.
That's not meetings.
These aren't meetings, these are special events.
You called the meetings.
14,
Give the dates for the meetings.
14, motion to adjourn, please.
Motion to adjourn.
Sure.
I second.
I'm sorry to the residents of Pembroke Park, the business owners, on what you have to deal with this commission. This is complete insanity.
Just so the public realizes what's going on, is that until such a time, we have postponed meetings until such a time that the court decides what the status of Mr. Jacobs is. You've probably all read in the news, you've probably seen it on television, that Mr. Jacobs moved 100 miles away. And and there's questions of his, and he signed documents saying that he lives in Port St. Lucie. So this is what this is all about. We can't faithfully feel that we can pass bills with his name on them, or pass any resolutions with his name on them, not knowing, I should say, whether he is actually the mayor or not. We don't have a
Wait,
clue.
I have a question.
So until such a time as that court is actually made its decisions, I think.
Clerk Commissioner, Commissioner Mohammed is just asking for a moment.
Yes, sure.
We're having our regular meetings, right? Like the workshop that's right after here at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever.
Be having a regular meeting on
March 11th.
March 11th.
What about today?
No.
What about the items that are on the agenda for today?
No, those will be carried over.
We'll be on March 11th.
March 11th.
Okay, so Home Depot's okay with waiting? Are we doing a workshop on the 11th? Are we doing a voting meeting? Because we still need to workshop these items. So, and staff still needs direction on things.
The 11th the 11th is a regular commission meeting.
Is a voting meeting. So what about so like at the last meeting, I gave y'all the data centers. We have to get those done and get those rules in place before session finishes, or else we're going to be preempted. So we need to get those 2 meetings done. Well, first, direction has to be given for staff to work on it, even though y'all have the memos and everything there. But we still need to give direction for staff to do it, and then we need to bring it before the commission to vote on it twice. That's going to have 2 readings, and we need to do it before the 3 weeks is up for session.
I'm sure we'll be able to handle it, sure.
But not if we're waiting till March 11th. We won't have. What are we going to do? What's the time frame in advertising for 2 ordinances? Can we do them like a Monday and a Tuesday?
Commissioner, we already have direction to work on the item, which we will do. It will require special meetings. Commissioner Hodgkin's motion speaks for itself. We can certainly draft the legislation. It requires 10 days advertising for notice of a second reading and public hearing.
And we'll be able to get that all done in
We will be able.
days?
We will be able to get the work done. I would defer again to the commission to schedule special meetings for that purpose and to handle whatever business the town needs to be done. But the substantive work we will be able to get done.
But what about the advertising requirements? Like,
10 days.
both readings have to be advertised, right? Or one reading has to be advertised? Like, what's the time frame on the advertisements?
10 days for a second reading and a public hearing. 10 days after first.
Sure. Just so you know, the meeting ended 10 minutes ago. So
I'm just trying to understand, and trying to get this on everybody's radar, not just me and Horowitz and Vondermeulen's, because I just